create your most beautiful life. I love my life so much. I realized recently that when I went from just creating my own beautiful life with intention and loving my own life so much to trying to teach others to create their beautiful life with intention and to love their life so much, things got wobbly. I realized that they got wobbly because I entered this arena where I was then looking at and comparing myself to all the other people in that arena. And as soon as I started doing that, it majorly started effing with my own ability to create and manifest the way that I used to. And the reason for that was so simple. It was that in that comparison, what I once thought to be amazing and felt really proud of and fulfilled in suddenly was not enough. Because it wasn't as much as this person or that person on social media and what they were doing and what they had done. That feeling of lack and insufficiency quickly reflected in my external experience, because that's how manifestation works. It manifested as a feeling, and all the proof to go along with that feeling that I was just not enough. Suddenly, I felt stuck in a way that I had not felt before, really ever. Before, I had been doing my life creation in private. I set my goals and I set my desires to what I wanted to experience, and nobody would know if I hit them or not but me. There was no pressure. Social media was still fairly new back then and not at all what it has become today. So the day-to-day comparison of myself to others was just not there either. I managed to be very impressive to myself in my little tiny pond, my small pond. But when that pond widened, holy crap. Suddenly I was just a fish stick in an ocean of killer whales. I stopped loving my life then. I stopped being proud of what I'd done and who I was. I stopped feeling free to create what I wanted. I started comparing myself to what others were doing, and I started despairing. You know that old saying, compare to despair. When you compare, you despair. Suddenly, I was simply just not enough. What I had was not enough. What I gave was not enough. What I did was not enough. What I received was not enough. And to add to the frustration, this just kept compounding because feeling that way, of course, manifested in more results that matched that perspective. More things that matched like not feeling enough. My failures weren't something that I quietly moved on from in privacy anymore and could quickly rebound from in privacy. They were suddenly public and seemed proof positive that I was not enough. And the increasing feelings of not enoughness led to more expectations of failure, which led to more failure. It was a snowball effect in the worst way, and a downward spiral that I just couldn't pull out of, no matter how hard I tried or how many tools I employed to try to get back into alignment or into positive expectation. Like I knew that I needed to be, but I just couldn't. The expectation of failure just had its claws in me then. And the harder I tried to fix it or figure it out or clear it, the worse it got. And of course, because I was resisting it and pushing against it and trying to overcome it, and thus was totally hooked into the drama of it and recreating it. Because as you probably know, anything that you push against, you just strengthen. But what I recognize now, though, is that it wasn't a misstep or a mistake that I went through that. It was taking me, just like everything else in my life, to a place that I really needed to go for my ultimate fulfillment and joy in life. It was taking me to a thing that I really needed to confront in myself and work out with myself. A place that I was refusing to love and accept and allow, which was my relationship and attachment aversion to failure and to success. Sister sides of the same coin. And even more so than that, to a deeper self-love and self-acceptance all around, so that I could more solidly and securely be myself in the world, come what may. It was perfect. It was no mistake. And I'm so glad it happened. But I won't say it didn't suck. It did. It was hard. It still is when I'm in those spots of tension and I'm gleaning something new. But I love my life again. I never really stopped loving it, but I was struggling far more than necessary when I was locked up in comparison and resistance. I love my beautiful life that I have created and am continually creating with my intentions. And I am able to teach and share that now without comparing myself to others and while being more true to the heart of what I want and what is truly important to me more and more each day. To speak my own language in the world with joy and clarity, and to trust that the right people, the ones who were born to hear this message, will hear it. I can see so clearly now all the miracles and magic that were created during that time of struggle that I wasn't even counting because I was too busy comparing myself, and it blows my mind. Such magic was happening all the while. So many beautiful things were born and created in my life, even though I was really struggling and in a lot of pain. And that's a very helpful belief to cultivate if you don't already have it, by the way, that beautiful things come into your life even when you are struggling, that you are supported and loved and are creating your most beautiful life even when you are in contrast and in pain, and you always will be. Perspective is such a powerful thing. So is love. Love is the most powerful thing. And bringing love and understanding to yourself exactly as you are and exactly where you are right now is the fastest possible way to easily shift your perspective into abundance. In fact, it will happen quite naturally on its own when you bring yourself that love and acceptance first. That shift will just happen on its own. I love creating my life on purpose. It is my greatest joy. And I cannot wait to share more of that adventure with you in the weeks, months, and years ahead. And if you would like to examine and release your attachment/aversion to failure and success, and stop comparing yourself to others and shaming yourself for what you are or what you are not, I just released a brand new audio talk that you can download and listen to whenever you like right here. See the link in the email or in the comments, depending on where you are listening to or reading this article. And for those of you who have been in my space for a while and are thinking about working with me but wondering about which thing might be best for you, here's a quick breakdown that I recently did and guide to my work that might be helpful for you. So first up is my Feast or Famine No More course, which is for when you're really struggling in your mental energy around your business and finances. You're probably a person who has really mastered using your intuitive and energetic gifts in many other areas of your life, perhaps. but still really struggle to trust yourself or apply that to money and business. This is deep healing, and it's slow drip over a year, do at your own pace, self-guided, and is designed to address the mental conditioning that is currently keeping you from being more yourself in business and having more money and thriving on your own terms. So you can check that out on my website. Next up is my Make More, Doing Less, Being You course, which is just a short and sweet 11-day course designed to help you to bridge the life that feels most natural, beautiful, and authentic to you with your money and business goals. Feast or Famine No More will definitely help you do that too. But if you're looking for a shorter thing to kind of dip your toes in, Make More, Doing Less, Being You course is a good place to start. And so that's going to help you kind of align and connect your money and business goals with the life you truly love. This course is also for those who are struggling with their mental energy a lot, i.e. you're feeling burnt out, you're feeling in your head a lot, and you wish you could get out of your head more and just feel more ease and more abundance in your business, and you're wanting to connect those two things. Next up is my Deep Rest to Manifest course, which is an energetic initiation and is not about mental energy at all. It's more of an activation of your truest core essence. Most of the work on you in this container will be happening on an energetic level just by entering the field and container of the course. And there will not be a lot that you are, quote, doing at all. In fact, you may wonder if it's doing anything at all. You will notice the manifestations of this course much later on down the line as a turning point in your life as you reoriented to your depths and the true nature of your soul purpose. This one is made to nourish and fully recognize you and your own joys, so that in time you will nourish others with great ease. It will seem deceptively simple, but it is not. It is powerful medicine, but if you're coming in to learn things from a mental energy place, that is definitely not what this course is. You'll be learning only about you. And lastly, my Relax into Receiving workshop is a deep dive into shame clearing around receiving and receiving money. And it's not for the faint of heart. It's an activation of freedom from deep societal and cultural conditioning and is designed to set you free into your most authentic self and path. It's just a 1-hour watch time, but will be doing its work energetically on you, untangling knots and conditioning in you for many months after you watch it. It may push buttons, though, if you are very attached to cultural conditioning around money and around receiving. So just be ready to take that on with courage if you go this route. So those are my formal courses right now. And again, I have that brand new audio talk link in the email or link in the comments. And all of my work, a final note, is that all of my work is only for those who understand that you are a creator and that your outer world reflects your inner world and are willing and ready to take responsibility for that and stake your life on it. Because this work will not work for you otherwise. That's just what I've had to do. That's the only way it could work for me. And so that's who this work is for, those who already know that. If you're waiting for the world to validate your choices, this work is not for you, the external world. But if you're willing and ready to begin to validate your own choices and watch the powerful, life-altering effects of that unfold before your eyes like magic, I'm your girl. I hope to be working with you soon, and thank you again for joining me today. I will see you next week. Bye.